May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Please sit.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let's start with your medical background. From now, the present government has opened so many medical colleges, calling them AIMS. So many engineering colleges calling them IITs. So many management colleges calling them IIS. Now, just by giving something a name, does it actually become an AIMS or an IIT?
Sir, just by giving somebody a name, that doesn't become a brand. But I don't think that they are just giving the name, they are also giving the investment, they are also giving the resources and the manpower.
So wouldn't it have been a better idea to upgrade certain existing medical colleges into AIMS?
Sir, in some cases it could have been a good idea where the existing infrastructure is good, we could have expanded it. But with the kind of space constraint we have in the existing medical colleges and that I've been to, I think establishing a new institution could have done more, because we can plan everything by the scratch, so we can give a better planning in that.
If I asked you, let's say you are the government and I'm a private entrepreneur. I come to you and tell you that I want to set up a medical college under the public-private partnership model.
Yes, sir.
And let's say you agree. What will government offer in the partnership and what will I offer in the partnership?
So the government will and should offer, first of all, land at a subsidized rate to the private entities. Then it should offer faster clearances, because clearances becomes the first hindrance in establishing any institution. So these are the things that the government should offer. The private sector should offer quality infrastructure and transparency and good manpower selection, because private sector can be good in human resource management, and in that regard private can play its part.
And whatever profits are made out of the medical college can be shared between the government and the private player?
Yes, sir. For the profits, we can have different models. In terms of investment, we can change it. If private is upfront making more investment, then higher percentage of profits can go towards it.
Do you think this PPP model is a workable idea in India to set up medical colleges?
Sir, with regards to the financial constraints we have in our country, I think involving the private sector can be a very good idea with regard to the development of new colleges.
How many AIMS do we have now?
Sir, we presently have 23 AIMS in our country, but our government has a vision of establishing one AIMS in every state.
So I'm asking you again, do you think that the quality of all the AIMS is at par with, let's say, AIMS Delhi?
So presently the quality of all AIMS is not at par. AIMS Delhi is way ahead. Among the 6 AIMS that came up later, which includes my alma mater too, they are also at a different level of competition, but each have a healthy competition with its peer groups. And the new AIMS which have come after the 7 established AIMS, they are also at a lower level of development right now, but they are progressing very quickly, which I have seen in my college too.
The government had also done something very ambitious in terms of cancer by setting up the National Cancer Grid. Do you think that was an initiative led by the government or by the private sector, and specifically the Tata Memorial Hospital?
Sir, I'm not aware about the details of the...
But you know what the National Cancer Grid is?
Sir, I know that there's a National Cancer Grid with regard to information of all the cancer patients, and we are also involving genomic and gene sequencing in that, so as to better target the patients and the treatment options.
Is it also trying to bring the quality of cancer treatment in all the hospitals in the grid to the same level?
Sir, I don't think that all the hospitals attached to the grid can have the same exact same level of treatment facilities. Some hospitals which have a greater expertise in that, for example, as you mentioned about the Tata Hospital, it has a greater expertise in cancer management or cancer patient.
But then again, if you say that all AIMS can become similar or same over time, why can't cancer treatment become equal over time?
So over time, in the long run, our vision should be that we can provide quality cancer care and quality healthcare among all hospitals. So that should be our vision, and
Thank
that
you.
is. Thank you.
Shivank, you're from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Can you describe to me, suppose I don't know anything about Rajasthan, can you take a minute to describe what Rajasthan is?
Sir, the spirit of Rajasthan can be summed up in two lines. First is a Rang Rangilo Rajasthan. It is because of the culture and the heritage of our place, and also the colorful nature of our people. Colors dominate our life in a lot of ways. In our food habits, in our dressings, and also in the way people are welcoming in nature. Secondly, in terms of development, I feel that what Rajasthan thinks today, India thinks tomorrow. Because a lot of things that India is proud of today was started in Rajasthan. May it be Panchayati Raj system, may it be the RTI initiative, or may it be the generic medicine initiative. All were started in Rajasthan and then were replicated at the national stage.
Okay. Anything about the history?
Sir, definitely historical legacy is a great part of our place. Our place is known as the place of Rajas. There have been kingdoms which have been present since the 7th century, 7th or 8th century. The Sisodia dynasty, the Amer or the Mewar dynasty or the Marwar dynasty. All of them have a great history behind them. So that too is also an
And
important.
Atithi Devo Bhava?
Yes, sir. That is also a part of our tourism.
Don't forget that.
Yes.
Now tell me, what will be the possible uses of artificial intelligence in healthcare?
Sir, artificial intelligence can transform healthcare in a lot of ways. First of all, it can transform healthcare in the diagnostics that we use. Radiological diagnostics are an essential part of the whole treatment or management of patient, and investigations are being done with the help of AI. For example, AIMS itself is using AI for cancer diagnostics. And Tata Hospital is also using AI for cancer diagnostics. So that can be one area. Second, sir, it can be used for the prediction or predictive models which we can create to predict the disease patterns of a place, and what with the limited financial management that we have, how can we manage those finances to better target the treatment, better target the disease in that place, or the disease that can develop in that place. So that can be a way.
I see that you are in a very interesting profession. Why do you want to migrate to the civil services?
Sir, although medical science is a very interesting professional, the thought behind migrating to civil services came when I was working at the peripheral health centers, the PHCs and CHCs. While I was posted there, I saw a lot of government initiatives or government schemes yielding benefits to the last person in the queue, and how he was benefited got me really excited. And when I read about the government initiatives and how it is transforming the life of a lot of people, I felt that I should also take part in it.
Personal idea which you think is your own and which could be your contribution to this new dream that you have?
Sir, my personal idea in this regard is regarding the non-communicable diseases, which I tried to implement too when I was having my community postings. I think that the non-communicable diseases are increasing at a faster rate than before. I tried to create groups of non-communicable disease elders that we had, for example, diabetes patients or heart risk patients, and we tried to create a small group so as to motivate them to undertake lifestyle modification, because doing lifestyle modification alone becomes very difficult task. So if we can create small groups of patients who can motivate each other or can do things together, so the lifestyle modifications can become more sustainable in nature.
Okay. A very quick question. How is the exchange rate of rupee decided versus different currencies?
Sir, it is basically market determined. We follow the floating interest rate where the market demand and prices determine the exchange rate of rupees. Although in extreme cases, RBI can intervene with regards to its reserves. It can buy or sell the reserves to maintain a bit of stability in the currency exchange, but it is more or less market determined and floating interest rate is followed.
Okay, thank you, Shiva.
Thank you, sir.
Shivank,
Yes, sir.
you're from Nagaur.
Yes, sir.
What is Nagaur famous for?
Sir, Nagaur is famous for a few things. Among them, the major thing is the Nagaur fair or the Ramdev cattle fair, which is there. And the Nagauri bull is the prime centerpiece of that fair. And the Nagaur spices or the mirchi, the Ramgarh mirchi, which we call, that is also very famous. Other than that, the Nagaur is famous for its spiritual legacy, right from Saint Bhakti Saint Mirabai to Sufi Saint Hamimuddin Nagori and Sufi Saint Tarkin. They have been from Nagaur. So, with regards to spiritual legacy, to Nagaur is an important place.
Okay. You've already given some good points about your state. Another good program or infrastructure project is regarding Green Expressway, which connects Delhi to Mumbai and it passes through Rajasthan. Can you name the districts which it touches?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the districts. I know 40% around of the corridor passes through Rajasthan. It passes through the eastern region of Rajasthan. I'm not aware about the districts.
Okay. What do you understand by Green Expressway?
Sir, in my limited understanding of Green Expressway, it refers to the sustainable infrastructure or sustainable logistic project that we have developed, which have taken into account the ecosystem development along with the logistic development.
As you are aware, being in medical profession, there is a shortage of doctors.
Yes, sir.
What is the present ratio?
So the present ratio, without including the Ayush doctors, is 1:1456 population, whereas WHO recommended is 1:1000. But if we include the Ayush doctors along with the allopathic doctors, then it comes down to 1:834. So that is the ratio.
So, if you are not pursuing your profession, don't you think you are doing injustice?
Sir, although I know that there will be one less doctor, but I think that my medical knowledge will be used in a lot of ways in administration, and I think that overall I would be able to use it to the advantage of the people, and I would do more good in this too.
Okay. Another issue which requires attention is the generic medicine. You said that it was initiated in Rajasthan. Can you name the district or the person who initiated it?
Sir, it was Dr. Samit Sharma sir who initiated the system of generic medicine in Rajasthan. He started it with the district, I'm forgetting the name of the district, and then it was in a phase-wise manner, it was initiated in the whole of Rajasthan. It provides free of cost generic drugs at the basically at the peripheral health centers, where the patient does not have to pay the price for the medicine, which contributes around 60% of the out-of-pocket expenditure for the patient. So it's a great relief for the patient in that regard.
My final question to you is again regarding Rajasthan. Recently, you had state elections. Any three reasons you feel were responsible for the ex-government? Why it could not be repeated?
Sir, among the reasons that I can think of, first of all was the paper leak issue. It was a major issue among the youth because the youth had suffered a lot because of the paper leaks. So secondly, it was the implementation of the government schemes. They had a lot of government schemes, but their ground implementation was a little poor. And thirdly, it is the anti-incumbency. Rajasthan sees a strong anti-incumbency factor, which also might have played a role in the change of governments.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, Shivank. What is period poverty?
Ma'am, period poverty centers around the discrimination or the loss that a woman undergoes because of the period or the menstrual cycle that she has. With regards to economic loss or loss of job opportunities or other social isolation that she undergoes.
Where does this take place? Is it prevalent everywhere in your state?
Ma'am, in my limited knowledge and experience, I think that I see period poverty almost everywhere in whichever society that I have talked to or whichever section of women I have talked to. Although it manifests in different ways, it manifests a little explicitly in the rural settings where sometimes the women are not allowed to enter the kitchen or they are not even allowed to enter their house. But it is implicitly seen everywhere in our society.
I want to commend you on your outreach program for sensitization about menstrual health. So, what did you learn from that? And what can be done based on what you have learned?
Ma'am, I learned that first of all, the ground realities are a little different from what we think. We think that since pads are available everywhere, most of the women must be using it, but it is not so. Despite availability of pads, the sensitization is still very low. Despite the pads being available at rupees 1 or even free of cost at Anganwadis, the women are not themselves availing the pad facilities. That was the first thing that I learned. The second thing that I learned is regarding that if we want to change the mindset of the females, we also have to include all the sections. It is not just the females who need to start talking; it's also the males who need to start talking about periods. So that are my two learnings that I learned.
And there's a movie, do you recall? There's a movie made based on a true life, a story about how a man started supporting when he discovered the problems that his wife was having. Do you recall that?
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
you? Yeah.
In my remembrance, it was the movie of Padman, where
Yeah.
it was based on a real life.
Yeah. Okay. Just coming to public-private partnership model, which we touched upon, the government has plans to make India a global manufacturing hub and also a hub of semiconductor manufacturing. So there is in that sense a chip making incentive plan. I don't know if you've heard of this. So what do you think is the advantage of this public-private partnership model? Because here also the government is thinking of taking care of half of the cost of any approved project and the rest will go to the private sector. What do you think of this plan?
Ma'am, chip manufacturing is not just an economic opportunity, it is also a strategic opportunity. So with regard to this, the government's decision of providing incentives to the private sector to enter into the chip market is an essential step in my opinion. Because it incentivizes the private player to enter a new market, because the inertia of the private player is very high. It is very easy to expand their existing units then to enter into a new market. So government has to give incentives and has to give a push so that we can attract the chip manufacturers in our country, because it will provide an economic boost and it will also help us in strategic sector, because the future of warfare will be AI based and will be chip based. So it is essential in that regard.
So no pitfalls. You don't see any pitfalls. You see it as a win-win.
Ma'am, I see it as a more win than a loss.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Yes, Shivank, I think medical preparation needs very great determination. You must have worked hard to get entry to AIIMS Jodhpur. Then how you started feeling disillusioned and leave the profession, and why?
Sir, I'm not disillusioned. I think whatever time I spent at AIIMS Jodhpur and whatever learnings I had was an opportunity for me to grow, not only in the terms of profession but also personally. So it has helped me a great deal. With regard to the thought of changing the field of my work, Sir, it was basically the interest that I developed in the implementation of the schemes, and I thought the impact of those schemes can be much greater, and I really was excited to work in that. So that pushed me towards.
No, we feel
civil
that you have a better perception of handling medical issues and also medical like advice issues. So you can be a better person in the field of medical profession than here, than in the services. So, but that is your choice anyways. Now about food and nutrition, like government program has been focused mostly on food supply. NFSA you are aware of. What is NFSA?
Sir, it is the National Food Security Act, which provides food 5 kg food free of cost to around 80 crore of our population.
Now this about the coverage. What is our latest poverty line? How many people are below poverty line now?
Sir,
Some report has come, Niti Aayog report.
Sir, as per the Niti Aayog report, the earlier report called that around 15% of our population was multidimensional.
Multidimensional poverty. Now, just give your reason or what you feel is the reason to have such a large coverage for subsidized food. 82 crore is roughly 67% of population. What is the reason?
So the first reason that I can think of is the inequality in income we have. Although only 15% are multidimensionally poor and 21% as per the Tendulkar committee are poor. But those above the poverty line are also not very rich, and they are also around close to the poverty line. So in order to ensure that those near the poverty line do not shift to the below the poverty line in case of any extreme situation, for example, in case of disaster or in case of a medical emergency like COVID-19. So we need to ensure that those above the poverty line stay above the poverty line. That can be the one reason.
But don't you think that it would be more appropriate to provide nutrition along with food, that means a complete food, wheat, rice and dal, pulses, and also add that with some nutrition value. So would that not be proper to cover that?
Sir, although fighting hunger was our first priority that we had, I think that it is time that we shift from fighting hunger to fighting micronutrient deficiency too. Micronutrient deficiency like anemia, vitamin D deficiency is a real problem, and by expanding the National Food Security Act, by incorporating things like pulses, millets, we can do a great deal with regard to also fighting other problems like micronutrient deficiency. Anemia in India is a big problem. 67% of our women are anemic. So that can be done, and that should be done at the earliest.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You appeared for 3 mains exams.
Yes, sir.
Any interviews?
No, sir.
Not as yet.
Yes, sir.
When's your interview?
So my interview is on 13th March.
13 March. How many mocks given?
Sir, I have given around 5 mocks. So this is my 5th.
That's quite a bit. What's the feedback overall?
Sir, overall feedback centers around that your personality is fine, but some areas, sometimes I was not prepared, like during my earlier days, I was not prepared on some areas. So they say that you can read a little.
What areas?
Sir, they said that you need to focus more on medical science and your state, so because it's a higher probability that questions will be centered around that.
But medical science, you have done MBBS, that's your optional subject. What more?
Sir, I'm not able to comprehend it better, but I do try to read about it.
What else will you do? Are you trying to do a specialized postgraduate degree?
No, sir.
So then matter should end. And how do you assume that somebody will be a doctor among the 5 people sitting there? Maybe, may not be. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Questions will be more of the general variety, but yeah, as a broad principle, be good with the DAF. That's a general principle.
Yes, sir.
But somebody who has done his MBBS from a premier institute has the same subject as optional. There is nothing much left to be desired.
Yes, sir.
Correct? I find your verbal, non-verbal communication just fine. Why are you holding your hands?
Sir, I earlier used to put it like this, so they said that don't put it like this.
What? What?
Sir, I used to cross my hands.
Huh.
So someone advised that don't cross your hands. It looks weird. So that's why I put it like this.
You're a doctor. Can't you think for yourself that whoever said this is talking complete nonsense?
Yes, sir.
Did you think that or you didn't think that?
Sir, I was comfortable either ways, putting it like this or like this. So.
Then how did I figure out it was looking very artificial? This is natural. I mean, you are an intelligent man. I mean, don't go by these idiotic things. You've got a great personality. You speak well. You know what you're talking about. I really don't have too much to advise you on. Yeah, I haven't offered any advice as such. I think if you continue like this, you will do a great job. I mean, if your marks in the written part are reasonably okay, as far as I'm concerned, you are through. Try not to appear for too many mocks now. You don't even have too much time.
No, sir, I don't.
Again, today you're holding like this. Tomorrow somebody will say, keep your hands raised. So, why get into such nonsense? Just be yourself. That's it. You want to ask me anything?
No, sir, I don't have any questions.
Anybody wants to say anything?
I'll just like you to know the district where generic medicine was started.
Yes, sir, sure.
Because you mentioned it,
Yes, sir, I forgot.
got
I
that
was not
point.
sure about the district, so I didn't want to guess it.
Otherwise, you have everything going in your favor.
And don't worry if you don't know anything. The best policy is to say that you don't know. Don't beat about the bush. Don't waste time.
Sure, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you'll do great. All the best. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You should make it this time.
Thank you.